Hello, my name is Stone Warfield. I am from the University of Kentucky's MANRRS chapter. And something today that I'll be talking to all of you is about our past, our present, and our future. And one of the main things is we always look to the past and we hear about it in history, but do we ever actually learn about it so we can help prevent those mistakes that would happen right now in the present? And then later help others not make those same mistakes in the future. And back and seeing things that have happened in the past, I remember seeing and hearing stories about how people were beaten for trying to get an education or for trying to sit at a counter just to get served a drink or food even. And looking at things that have happened like today, nowadays, people are more like abrasive against their education. Everybody's trying to act like the tough kid, and how back in like the past, many people weren't trying to act like the tough kid that people can be. They were trying to get their education and they were trying to educate themselves so they could have a better life and a better life for them, not only themselves, but for their children and their children's children. And bringing up this topic reminds me of something that I had heard about my grandfather. My grandfather passed away my first semester August. Well, last August actually. And I went to the funeral literally after I moved into college. And something I heard while we were at his funeral service was my uncle, my grandfather's brother, saying that one of the first times he's ever seen my grandfather cry was when he got accepted into college. And my grandfather did a lot of things when he was in high school. In high school, he played football, basketball. He focused on his education. He led his own church service for other kids in his neighborhood. And he, I guess from what I heard, I guess he like didn't expect that he would have been able to make it into college. But by the grace of God, he made it into college. And my uncle said that was the first time he ever saw his brother cry, because he was just so happy that he gotten what he wanted. He could make his education further. He could better his life. He could not only better his life, but he could produce a better life for his sons than he had for himself. And in turn of helping out my father and my uncles, they could make a better life. They could have a better life than my grandfather, and that they could foster me in a better environment than an environment that they lived in, so that they could help make my life better, where I could be sitting in front of you and talking to you all today, rather than maybe not even existing, or maybe in a worse place than here, or not in a good place at all. Today we live in the present. The present is right here, right now. What you're currently doing is considered the present. And in all accordance, this video was, I guess, made in the past. And something that people really do is we try to strive to be the better person, to help build our own ladders to success and help us succeed through life, so that we could be successful, so we could have things that maybe we've always wanted but didn't have the money to buy, per se, or didn't have any means of getting that. And in the present, many things have been going on. Some things are, sure, is something that nobody can see. I can't really see what's gonna happen 10 minutes from now, 5 minutes from now, 5 years from now, 5 months from now. I personally don't know. But the only thing we can do is prepare for it. But how do you prepare for something that you can't see, something that you can't predict? The best way that I believe that we can predict the future, is by preparing those of our age, people that are younger than us, preparing them for what the world could hold, what the world couldn't hold, for what we as people could do to be better people, to help guide people into long strings of success, so that in turn that they will help educate other people to be successful, more successful than them. Something that my English teacher told me was the best way to fix a problem, the best way to figure something out is to educate it. Maybe you don't have the answer, maybe I don't have the answer, but it's very likely and it could be very possible that somebody after us could come along and figure out what it is that we may not be doing right, or something that we may not understand, and help understand it so that they can teach others how to understand it. And by them understanding that we as people can move on and be more successful, and we can help others, and we can make the world a better place than it is now. That I can actually think of that can help us prepare for the future that we may or we may not even have. So, my name is Stone Warfield. Thank you for listening, and please, by all means, let's all go out and help other people learn from maybe our own mistakes, or what we wanted to do, and what we've done in the past and what we're doing now, to help build them up for the future and help make their lives better, so that they in turn can help others make their lives better. Thank you.